It's New Brew Thursday! We're at Oskar Blues, and this place is freaking rad. Like, oh my God. And we're with Chad Melis. He's the marketing director?
Yep. Yeah, busy day here at GABF.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, hi, we're here for GABF. Can we film in your brewery? Sure, we've got nothing else going on. Come on in.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, so we're drinking some Dale's Pale Ale today. And you'll notice that there is no lid on these cans. Why is that?
These babies are fresh off the line. It's probably the freshest Dale's Pale Ale you'll ever have. Not probably, that is the freshest Dale's Pale Ale you'll ever have right there.
And it tastes amazing.
Yeah, it's tasting
now,
good.
Dale's Pale Ale is your guys' flagship brew, right? So
that's true.
How much of this do you ship out a year?
It's about 60% of our mix. You know, it was the first craft beer in a can, so it's our flagship. It's you know, so it's about 60%.
Okay, so we had a question about this a long time ago. What is that?
That you can leave up to your imagination. What do you think that is?
No idea.
If you stare at it long enough, you see like a can of Dale's Pale Ale.
I guess it's an inside joke.
That I can't really talk about without killing all four of you.
I mean,
can you let us in on that?
Yeah, can we be on the inside of that inside joke?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever been in a desperate situation where really needed to
find a restroom? That was earlier today.
Poke a hole in a can and
shotgun.
Use it as a screen.
Yeah,
it's actually a screen.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
That's
yes
right.
it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
all right.
it is.
It's an inside joke that's maybe not so inside. No.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, that's beautiful.
Wonderful.
So, talk a little bit about what you guys do. Like 1050, obviously, Govna, Dale's Pale Ale. Those are the ones everyone knows about. Govna's gone year-round now, right?
Yeah, we did a series of expansions over the summer. Our demand was way past our supply. We were 60 days sold out for a while this summer, and we did 3 expansions in 60 days. So that expansion is going to allow us to launch 1050 like it normally is, you know, November 1st through the end of February. And it also allowed us to have the capacity to do Govna as a year-round.
Cool. That's awesome. Govna is such a great beer.
It is a great
beer. It's kind of a concept beer, you know. It has 4 ingredients, 1 hop. It's crazy to get 100 IBUs and such a diverse range of you know, aromas and hops and, you know, the mouthfeel and everything all out of 1 hop. So our brewers did a fantastic job of theorizing that and putting it together and put it in, you know, into play and making that beer out of just a great concept.
Right. Now we're up in Longmont, and there's like there's Oskar Blues everywhere because we went to the wrong Oskar Blues, ended up at the restaurant, and they're like, yeah, I think they expected you over at the brewery. We're like, oh,
and
this
then we
isn't
went to the brewery, and they're like, no, they want you at the tap room,
right,
and like way down that way.
Yeah, Dale opened a restaurant in '97, started brewing beer in '99 in Lyons, and then put Dale's in a can, obviously, in 2002. We moved into this building in April of 2008, and we've been here ever since. And Dale's really a restaurant guy, you know. He likes to have that front door open and be part of the social fabric. And just having a production place just didn't feel right. So we opened up the tap room, the Tasty Weasel tap room, where we're sharing beers. And now we also have a block away, we have Oskar Blues Homemade Liquids and Solids, which has 43 different craft beers on tap. It's really a celebration of craft beer culture. More than it is just a restaurant. You know, we smoke all our own meats, but we feature, you know, all the Colorado brews, but we also feature national brews as well. So it's really a celebration of craft beer culture more than it is just a restaurant. You know, I mean.
So was that restaurant the Liquids and Solids?
Homemade Liquids and Solids is another restaurant. Yeah, we have
not the one with the giant cannon.
Yeah, no, that is one that's a block away, and then Lyons is about 12 miles away. That's the original brew pub where everything.
Lyons has a really great patio that you get this like awesome view of the mountains.
That's true, yeah.
It's so amazing. It's like I was telling the guys, I'm like, I wonder if we could totally convince them to drive over there and shoot. But then of course the way everything went down, I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So we're just doing it here.
Yeah, it's a really nice little town. You know, like 1,500 people. Beautiful, like you said, beautiful view of the mountains. Sits right at the base of Rocky Mountain National Park. It's a beautiful little town. It's, you know, where this was all inspired. And we had to move 12 miles down the road just, you know, to find the right building so we could continue to expand the way the demand has been taking us.
What's the future for Oskar Blues? What can we expect from you guys? Because I know you've done some like sours. And
Yeah.
you got some stuff that we don't see in the cans. Right
Yeah,
now,
that's
but
true.
It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have over at Liquids and Solids, we have between 10 and 15 of our beers on tap over there, and then the rest, other 30 or so, are from, you know, brewing brethren, as you like to say. So what we've been able to do with opening this production place in Longmont is use Lions as a pilot brewery. You know, so we're able to develop all the beers and try different things over there. Even at this GABF, we're pouring a handful of beers in different places. We're at the Colorado Brewers Guild booth with Deviant IPA and Hoppy Seconds.
The Deviant IPA, that's the Dales with like a wet hop edition?
It's something like a double, it's kind of like a double Dales. We do have a wet hopped one as well.
Right. Oh, so really good, yeah.
We got Hoppy Seconds over there. So
Hoppy Seconds.
We have it's an American style Belgian ale.
Right.
So yeah, you know, and on the tap room here, what we're saying, whiskey barrel, sour, cherry, Old Chub. So we got a lot of different stuff going on. So I think really
that name gives me a chub, just so you know.
Say that 5 times fast, I dare you.
So I'm kind of curious, actually. Are the people in Denver, or I should say the breweries in Denver, do they have a lot of collaboration going on? I know you're only 20 minutes from Avery. Do you guys have a lot of communication and collaboration?
You know, we haven't brewed a collaboratory beer or anything like that, but you know, we share ingredients all the time. Left Hand is just literally 5 blocks away. There's a lot of breweries in the Front Range here, so we do a lot of sharing with ingredients and ideas and helping each other out, but we haven't put out a collaborative beer recently.
Now, the big question I have for you guys is that you're in Colorado here. You're like what, maybe an hour and a half away from Golden. You're right at the doorstep of one of the biggest breweries in the United States. Yeah. You're brewing in a can, which is kind of their market.
Yeah.
Have you guys experienced any blowback from that, or how have you been fighting the BMC and kind of like bringing craft beer to the forefront with that? I mean, how's that been?
I mean, I think it's been advantageous for us to be near Coors, because we were able to work with the Ball Corporation on the cans. That's where we get our cans from. You know, they're just down the road.
Your cans don't turn blue though when it gets cold, right?
They're blue all the time, man. They're blue.
Dale's Pale Ale is ready to drink at all times.
Yeah, it's cold enough. But you know, it's been helpful to have just the beer culture that surrounds Coors. You know, I mean, I think they're a huge foundation of what Colorado has to offer, and I think we're all realizing that we're in a little bit of a hot spot here in Colorado right now. I think it all stems back to the roots that Coors laid, and you know, everybody else has continued to push boundaries of what they can do with craft beer. And you know, I think right now, you know, you talked about what's in the future for Oskar Blues. I think it's more of a mindset of just trying to make really complex beers, push the boundaries of what people expect from a beer in a can. You know, I think that's what the future holds. I'm not sure about a beer or whatever, but it's a concept of, hey, you can put a really complex big beer in a can. And you know,
and 1050 is a perfect example of that, because that is literally like pouring oil out of a can.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is so beautiful. Oh my God, I love 1050. And I personally believe that canning is the future for craft beer, and I think it's going to go that direction. So I really love what you guys are doing. I'm very happy and thankful that you guys took some time out for us. I know it's been a busy weekend and
it's awesome.
Crazy for you guys.
Yeah, isn't it great?
And I would just like to say congratulations on being able to make such an incredible stout and put it in a can and create such a different market for craft beer drinkers. I think everyone was blown away and so surprised and pleased when they first tasted 1050 out of a can.
Right. Yeah, our brewers.
They're like, oh, this stout in a can. It's going to taste like crap.
And
it's like amazing.
Incredible. Yeah. And then Dale's Pale Ale on the opposite end of the spectrum. I mean, you know, I drink a 1050 and I want to curl up in a blanket and watch a movie. And Dale's Pale Ale, I want to go grill out or go fishing or something.
Go hiking in the mountains. Although I don't hike. Not even a little bit.
You have such a great range.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that's something that really still developing with canned beer is that, you know, at first it was seen as like an outdoor thing, but now people are starting to realize the benefits. You know, I mean, it's not just the portability, which is good for the consumer or the beer drinker. You can take it wherever, but it's better for the beer. You know, and zero light gets through that. You have less oxygen getting in there.
Well, and I'm aging out some of my original 1050 cans that I got, because I really want to see how that's going to taste in a couple years.
Oh man, it tastes
because the jury's still out on that, right?
Aging in a can has been proven to be completely successful.
Yeah, there's I mean, there's no light damage and there's less oxygen than you get in a bottle, so it's actually better.
Yeah, because with the bottle you get that
bottling process right behind us. It's like just scraping the top.
It's a canning process.
Yeah. Sorry,
exactly.
I apologize.
So, GABF's going on. I know you guys have a huge, busy 4 days coming up.
Yeah.
I hope we're going to see you on the floor. I'll awkwardly hug you because that's the relationship we have now.
That's awesome, dude.
Also, great message. Recycle.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna say stay safe and drink beer.
Sounds
Cheers,
good.
guys.
Cheers. Cheers.